This is Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today it was over 100 degrees midday in Florida, so we took a break and went to the Dollar Tree where I found a whole bag full of items that I can use to make a fishing hack. If you stick around the end, I'll show you what I picked up on Amazon for about $7.50. It's really going to change the way you tie a hook onto a line. Why don't you come along? Hack number 1. On my trip to the Dollar Tree, I found a whole wall full of these storage containers. What I found really neat about them is these are quite deep. Usually a storage container is pretty thin, but these are nice. They have a hinged lid. You've seen me use these before. These are craft beef storage containers, and they come forward to a pack, so I picked up 3 packs of the storage containers. So really for about $5, what I've got is I've got a box that'll hold 12 of these storage containers, and then I can load these with tackle, and I have me a nice tackle storage box, and I can dedicate a box to whatever I want. I've loaded up my storage containers with things like hooks, beads, line stopper, got a bobber or two, some poppers, even got room for some repellers and crankbaits. So you've got 12 smaller storage containers inside this one large storage box, and did the whole thing for $5. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree. Hack number 2. I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's called a cup caddy, and it's got 6 individual storage areas plus a nice handle. And I thought, if I'm going bank fishing, wouldn't this be nice to carry things like my flashlight, pliers, a little bit of that vinegar and water I like to carry to clean my hands, and maybe a rag to go with that. And of course you always need your crazy glue, maybe a bobber or 2 or so. You need your line cutter, and maybe hooks, beads, those sorts of things. You can also throw in a can of your favorite beverage, and you've got a nice little carry caddy to carry along the bank as you fish. You've got everything stored together, and you're not going to lose track of it. $1.25 hack from the Dollar Tree. Hack number 3. I mentioned before, you end up when you fish for a day with these tag ends laying around. You don't really want to drop them in the bottom of the boat where they can blow out into the water. That wouldn't be very environmentally friendly. And I'd had a storage solution before that looked like a trash can that went in your cup holder, but I didn't really like the idea of taking up my cup holder. So what I found is this. This is called a brush cleaning pot. I found it in the craft section at the Dollar Tree, and it's got a snap lid, and it's only about half the size of that other container I come up with. So you can take these tag ends throughout the day and put them down in this pot, and even if you leave the lid open, they're not going to blow out because that lid is cone shaped. You just snap this lid closed and you've got everything contained. Then at the end of the day, all you have to do is snap the cup open, and you can dispose of those tag ends properly. So, easy hack from the Dollar Tree, $1.25, and the environment's going to thank you. Hack number 4. I use a lot of these grub tails when I'm fishing. I buy a lot of the white ones because that's my favorite color, but sometimes you just don't have a lot of luck with the white ones. So what I found in the Dollar Tree in the back to school section were these Sharpies. And what you can do with a Sharpie is you can add some color to your grub tails. They hold the color pretty well. You can just take your time here and give it a little extra color. It's a permanent marker, so if you've ever tried to get it off your fingers, you know that it doesn't come off easily with water. Usually it takes a solvent of some sort. And you can paint up your grub tails, and you've added a little flash to your fishing outing, and maybe you're going to attract more fish. And they're $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, and they come in all sorts of colors. So easy hack. Hack number 5. I'm always on the lookout for some way to cut braided line that's inexpensive and convenient. These are basically kids' scissors, and what I thought was interesting about them is they're small and compact, and it says they have a stainless steel blade. So when it comes to cutting braid, nail clippers aren't always the ticket. But I can tell you, these kid scissors are just the berries. They're only $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. They're compact. They're stainless steel, so they're not going to be rusting too bad. And they're real easy to carry in your tackle box or in your boat somewhere. So for $1.25, you got some really good braid cutting scissors. Easy hack, the Dollar Tree. Hack number 6. Occasionally I like to go catfishing in the dark, and one of the things I like to pick up on at the Dollar Tree are these necklaces. They have a 22-inch variety and an 8-inch variety, and what you can do with these is you can fasten these onto your rod itself. I'll break this up so we get it glowing. Shake it a little bit, and then out here on the tip of my rod I can take a piece of pipe cleaner, and you can pick pipe cleaner up just about everywhere. It's really inexpensive. I think some stores these days they call it fuzzy wire. What I'll do for you is if you're sitting there in the dark and you get a bite, you'll be able to see that your rod tip is moving. And for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, you pick up a whole assortment of these 8-inch ones. There's 12 pieces in a pack. And if you really want one that you can see even better, they make 21-inch varieties, but you don't get as many as in a pack. You only get 4. But for $1.25, it's a really good way to see your rod when you're out fishing in the dark. Hack number 7. Sometimes in the boat you need somewhere to set things down without them getting away from you. And I found this foldable storage box at the Dollar Tree. What you do is you just open it up and fold the sides in, and there's places right here on each side that lock. And you just lock your sides in place. And now you've got yourself a nice little storage bin. And you can put all those odds and ends that you would normally just throw down the bottom of your boat as the day progresses. And you can stick them in this box. Then throughout the days you fish and you throw down the items that you need to keep handy. And it's big enough even to hold some of those larger items like pliers and whatnot. You just stick them in your storage box. At the end of the day, you can clean out your box, put your items away, and then instead of having a box that's in the way, you can just collapse your storage box and put it away in your storage area, and it's handy there for the next time that you go fishing. It's not taking up a lot of space because it's expandable. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Hack number 8. My hook box is a mess. It seems like the more I clean it up, the more it messes up. I've tried different kinds of dividers and whatnot and modified them to hold things cleaned up. But I just haven't had any luck. So at the Dollar Tree, I picked up these really small storage containers. They come 6 to a pack. What I like about these containers is how small they are. They've got a snap lid. In these areas where everything's such a mess, I can use these little storage containers. We all know the trick with using a safety pin to organize our hooks, and that'll work for some of these larger hooks. But for a really small item, these storage containers from the Dollar Tree really make a difference in my small hook box. Look at the difference just 6 of them have made, and I'm only half finished. I'm going back for more. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree for 6. Hack number 9. I told you if you stuck around the end, I'd show you what I found on Amazon to help with tying hooks onto your line. These are called Hookies. Hookies comes 2 in a pack. I paid about $15 for these. And what they are is an aid for tying hooks onto your line. So basically, you take your hook and you put it inside the Hookies, and this will go up to a 4/0 hook, and then you just snap it closed. Then you take your line, and Hookies recommends you tie a cinch knot, but I can see that you can tie a lot of different knots with this. Run your line through the eye of your hook, use the Hookies to give it a twist. 4 or 5 twists will work. Then run your line back through the loop near the eye of your hook. Now bring it back around and run that back through the loop you just made by running your tag in through. Okay, pull everything tight, wet it, and see, you can hook this ring here on your little finger, and that's going to help that be really tight. And you pull that down good and tight, and now you've got a really tight knot that you've tied on your hook. Okay, remove your hook from the inside of the Hook-eze, and on the back side it's got an onboard line cutter. So whether you're cutting off your hook or you're just removing the tag in, you can use this line cutter right here on the back of the Hook-eze and cut that line. Okay, got your hook good and tight. So that's how to use the Hook-eze to tie your line. Another advantage of the Hook-eze is you can snap your hook back into the Hook-eze. Now when you go to store your hook on your pole, you just fasten your Hook-eze to your lure keeper on your pole, and you've got it securely fastened, and the point of that hook's not going to grab anything or you. One more advantage of the Hook-eze, it not only works on regular hooks, but you can put a jig hook in here and it'll work the same way. You can tie onto your jig hook. I'm not endorsed in any way by Hook-eze, I just happen to like the product, so you ought to pick up a couple of these, especially if you have a little issue with dexterity, and we do that as we get older, and it'll really help you with your fishing game. This has been Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today I've showed you a whole bag full of fishing hacks and even give you a tip on how to more successfully tie your fishing hooks onto your line. If you like my videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, just click right there. We'll see you next time.